Balloons take to the skies, representing everyone who makes adopting a child possible. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Boehm. It's a day of love and hope for new families as 12 kids were officially adopted at the Cass County Courthouse on what is National Adoption Day. More than 54,000 children had their adoptions finalized on this day since it began in 1999. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker met one family who traveled 1,000 miles more than once until becoming a forever family.
That's our balloon baby.
Is he smiling? Yeah, he was.
Adoption is really a great way to grow a family. You know, Harrison has been a blessing to us, and that's all because of the process of adoption.
For Katie and Jason Ambuel, giving Harrison his forever family has been their dream after learning they were unable to have biological kids. As an adoption social worker, Katie was very familiar with the process.
I was able to see over and over and over again the joy that it can bring a family to grow their family that way through adoption. So it's just such an honor that we were able to grow our family that way.
But their process took years and was filled with a lot of heartache. Before Harrison, 4 other adoptions failed because the birth parents changed their minds.
It's a long process and there's a lot of struggles and bumps in the road, but it is so worth it.
Sonia McLean with Adults Adopting Special Kids says the day when the adoption is made official is always a day the families look back on with heartwarming memories. Just ask Jason.
It was definitely the best day of our lives when we first met him, and today is one of those days too where it's right up there for one of the best days of our lives.
I have to see myself on the TV.
Adoring cousins is just one of the many things Harrison gained when he came into Katie and Jason's life. Harrison will always know he's been surrounded by love since the day he was born.
We tell Harrison every day about his birth parents and about his adoption story, and so we hope that he grows up just thinking like this is normal and an everyday part of his life that he's adopted.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
If you're interested in learning more about adoption, you can find information with this story on valleynewslive.com. Fans were on their feet as one by one Bison seniors made their way onto the field today. Emotions were high for Senior Day as the last regular season Bison football game got underway. And Alex Egan joins us early now with some highlights. Alex?
Thank you so much, Krista. 14 seniors honored today for their final regular season home game, but wouldn't you know it, it's a couple of underclassmen getting the Bison on the board first. The Bison forced a strip sack here, and redshirt freshman Caleb Butler jumps on the ball and gets the touchdown, putting the Bison up 7-0 after the PAT. Then, as we move ahead into the second quarter, Zach Vra with the Bison already up big. The 6th-year senior, he will get the all-time touchdown record. Actually, before that, we see Connor Wentz getting into the game. There's another Wentz that might have gotten into this game as well. We'll tell you about that later. But here it is, the record touchdown, his 27th in his career, passing Tim Strelo for the top spot. This was initially called incomplete, but after the review, it is good, and the Bison, well, they go on to win big, 55-0 to improve to 9-2 overall. Coming up later in sports, I'll have complete highlights and reaction. Plus, we'll show you Carson Wentz actually played today. I'll have it for you in just a few moments.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Thank you so much, Alex. We'll see you soon. Bundling up was definitely needed today. It just feels cold no matter which way you put it. Let's check in with Robert Hahn. And Robert, how cold can we expect for it tonight?
It'll be another cold night tonight. Not as cold as last night. Most locations getting well down into the single digits last night. Tonight, I think we'll see some areas bottoming out in the teens, maybe 1 or 2 single-digit readings in the far north. But then temperatures will slowly rise as we head towards tomorrow morning as more clouds make their way on into the region. Right now, a mix of some teens and some 20s. 16 up in Roseau and Bemidji, 21 in Fargo. Also 21 in Detroit Lakes. Clouds, we do have a few of them out there, and we've seen a few flakes of snow from time to time, primarily over in portions of Minnesota. We'll see a couple more flakes of snow, some flurries as we head through the evening hours, especially over Minnesota, but those will dissipate more possible as we head through your Sunday. Chilly as we head through the rest of the evening, but fortunately some light winds out there and temperatures slowly dropping. We're going to bottom out, it looks like, in the mid-teens here in Fargo later on tonight, but then start to rise as we head towards tomorrow morning. And we do have some snow to talk about, several chances of snow in that 7-day forecast, and we'll detail that coming up in just a few minutes.
Water searches have been suspended for a boater who went missing in Lake of the Woods accident in October. 28-year-old Keith Ayers of Baudette was last seen leaving a resort on Oak Island late at night on October 2nd with 2 friends. The bodies of Justin Hogvet and Cody Ostendorf were found about a week after they all went missing. The Lake of the Woods Sheriff's Office says they may have one more aerial search planned, but that's weather permitting. Protesters continue outside a Minneapolis police station today, vowing to maintain their vigil for Jamar Clark, a black man who was shot and killed by police last Sunday. They say they won't move until videotapes of the shooting are released. Despite chilly temperatures out there, protesters beat drums and danced with a fire burning close by. Tensions are running high between demonstrators and police. At a gathering on Wednesday, police and protesters both say the other side sprayed a chemical irritant. Earlier this week, demonstrators shut down an interstate and dozens of people were arrested. Today's gathering has been peaceful, but a disagreement continues over whether Clark was handcuffed when he was fatally shot. Both police officers involved in the shooting are on administrative leave. The Belgian capital of Brussels is on its highest terror alert level today, with concerns of a possible Paris-like attack. The warning from the National Crisis Center cites a serious and imminent threat. The public has been advised to avoid places where large groups gather and to comply with security checks. The city's underground metro service was also shut down. Heavily armed soldiers and police are patrolling key locations and intersections in the city. This as authorities across Europe, the Middle East, and in Washington all try to determine how a network of primarily French and Belgian attackers with links to ISIS extremists in Syria carried out those deadly terrorist attacks in Paris, and how many may still be on the run. Meanwhile, the United States and its allies continued dozens of airstrikes on ISIS targets in Iraq and Syria yesterday. The Defense Department released video today that it said showed the airstrikes as well as strikes conducted in Iraq on November 12th and 19th. The military said it carried out 20 airstrikes in Iraq and 22 in Syria yesterday. It did not give a breakdown of any casualties. More than a week since the Paris terror attacks, Parisians continue to offer tributes to the victims at memorials where they occurred. Vigils across North Dakota begin tonight at 7 in honor of those affected by terror in Paris and around the world. Candles will light up Olivet Lutheran Church in Fargo, the town square in Grand Forks, and near the Capitol grounds in Bismarck. Anyone is welcome to join to stand in solidarity during all of these programs, and we'll have much more coming up tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10. There's a nice new brunch spot that's popped up in downtown Fargo. It's called the Waffle Room, and this is the first and last weekend it's open. It's the pop-up concept of the group Folkways, whose main mission is to create a sense of belonging in the community by hosting a brunch spot for everyone to come together and enjoy.
We believe that if every person in the service industry is delivering a cup of coffee with love for this place, that will ripple out. And our work is to make Fargo the best place on earth. So we swam to the top and said, who has the most interactions on a daily basis? And that's those small business owners, the baristas, the bartenders, the hosts at restaurants.
If you missed out today, you have another chance tomorrow. The Waffle Room is open from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. at 119 5th Street North in downtown Fargo. Local cyclists are pedaling their way through Fargo, collecting Thanksgiving foods for those in need. It's called Cranksgiving. Half a dozen riders left the Great Plains Food Bank and rode to area grocery stores around town to buy supplies. This is a nationwide event, but the first year cyclists in Fargo have come together for this cause.
A friend of mine down in Louisiana said he was doing it, and I looked into it. I said, that sounds like a really good thing to do. It gets local businesses involved, local cyclists. It gets things to people who are in need. It's just good all around.
After the group gathers their items, they return to the food bank to make one large donation. The cycling group is hoping to do another event around Christmas time. And coming up, busy prepping for that Thanksgiving feast. We'll tell you how a Minnesota farm is keeping up with a turkey tradition in just a bit.
Today we've seen a few flurries and some snow showers over parts of the area. The same story as we head through your Sunday. Some areas could see a lot of snow over the next 7 days. We're going to let you know who has the best chance coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching